Coffer by Kamala Markandaya, set in South India, and this book was first published in 1969 and has been picked up again by Hope Road Publishing, and I think it is very relevant to much of what is going on today. The author is well known for her views on British imperialism, but she's also very well known for her care for animal welfare. And I think particularly the imperial angle is large in this book, but there's also a little bit about animals and the care of them. So the story is that Clinton arrives out in India, South India, with his wife Helen, who is probably half his age, and he is there to build a dam. He has his own team brought out from Britain, and he also has to rely on workers from the local community. In order to clear the vegetation, he's had to get rid of some local people, just like that, and that is what Helen picks him up on. She cannot quite believe that he is as hard-hearted and just chucks people to one side, and I guess that is largely the message about imperialism. The setting is very strong. You've got quite a lot of jungle, river, and of course there is a big message about how the communities coexist. So of course the British there have better accommodation than the Indians, the locals, and they are trying to run a community that is about laughing, playing, whilst the men work long days, and of course while the Indian populace works even longer hours. There's Millie, who warns Helen about her activities. Now, Helen is a kind soul, and she has decided that she doesn't like these stereotypical divisions, and she goes off into the jungle to meet some of the local people and to engage with them. And Millie warns her about being too familiar with them and, going native. So this is very much a story about clashes. There is a lot about the relationship between Helen and Clinton and how the environment and the situation in which they find themselves actually weighs heavily upon the two of them. There is then later an event that has real repercussions. And so I think this book, The Cofferdams, still has a lot of relevance today in 2020, and I think if you want to discover a little bit more about India, what imperialism did to India, what was typical of the day, then I think The Cofferdams by Kamala Markandaya is a good book to pick up.